Today we're going to be joined by Clara Cosmia, and we're going to do an archer shoot. In fact, it's Cherlene Outlaw Country, and we're going to recreate her photo shoot she does with the popsicles.
Revving up your engine, listen to it howl and roll.
All right, here, there you go. So we're over here with Clara. She's dressed up as Cherlene.
Outlaw Country, woo!
Okay. So right now, I know you can't see it. Okay, right now we're going to try to recreate this photo right here, which is her album cover. So that's what we're going for right now.
So which hand is it? Finger down, other fingers curled. It's down like horizontal. Thumb is horizontal, so
Yeah.
does your elbow go back or out? Where are you? So I can do anything weird to the rest of my body to make that look better then.
Yeah.
So I can do this.
I'll show you.
Oh, it's because it's
Or if you lean in.
it's that, yeah, it's that space right there. Yeah. Yeah?
Really close.
Great. We nailed it. Okay.
So first step is to try to get the picture. We got it down to this one, like the thigh gap in there, and this one. The thigh gap's even better actually in this one. This is in Lightroom, so let's lighten it up. We'll play with the white balance a little bit, play with the highlights and whites, try to bring it up a lot. Maybe there's some of the shadows to bring back some of the details lost in the jeans. And yeah, the skin tones are a bit off, so we're going to play with the saturation of the skin tones by just using the eyedropper tool, and then the lightness of the skin tones by making it a bit lighter. There we go. It's already looking a bit better. And then the jeans is the next part, because they're blue, and we don't want blue. We want a white gray. We can't really get it white, but we could probably get it down to gray by just lowering all the saturation. And then there's this weird pink thread right here, so we're going to need to get rid of the magentas, turn the saturation down, and there we go. That looks about fixed. I mean, it's pretty close. Could brighten it up a little bit more, crop it to make it look exact. That's just about it. That's pretty close. Yeah, that looks all right. Maybe a little bit more blue. There's a before and there's an after. And the before and after right there, side by side. Bam! Let's go into Photoshop. Our frequency separation. So we're just going to clear up some skin area. Anything that's like standing out and doesn't look cartoony, we're going to remove. We're not doing too much editing, just a little bit clearing out. And then the dodging and burning. So we're just going to darken up the area to try to match the picture. And you can see there's this little part right there around her belly area. So I'm just trying to match the lines at this point. All I'm doing is darkening up. Doing some darkening. And then don't forget the hands. We're going to darken up the hands. And now we're going to do the lightening. Lightening. We're lightening over here, okay? And this is going to give it the very 3D effect. This is called dodging and burning if you don't know already. I'm just making the lights lighter and the darks darker. And there's this weird line right here. I don't know if it's going to translate well into real life, but let's just see. I'm just trying to draw based on the picture on the left. Ooh, we got some loosey-gooseys over here, so we need to remove those. I'm just using the patch tool right now. And I can't get rid of it, so I'm just going to paint the background color onto it to get rid of that. So that looks about good. There's a before and after, and you can see those abs, those fake abs, but it's also looking more cartoony already. All right, and we're just going to add some sharpening with an unsharpened mask. So there's some sharpening. There's a before and after. And just play with the settings a little bit. Don't want to go too overboard. Upon further reflection, we're going to edit this second picture. I'm going to put this second picture on top of the first picture to fix an issue I found with the wrist. The wrist is going to match the original picture a lot better. So I'll just do some dodging and burning. Okay. The hard part's going to be aligning it perfectly because the posing is not exactly the same. So what I need is only the one leg, actually less than the one leg. So I'm going to turn down the opacity so I could see what I'm doing. And then I'm pretty much just matching up the hand. The hand looks pretty good, but her hips are huge. So we need to rotate it a bit so the legs end at the same spot and the hand starts at the same spot. That's pretty good. All I'm doing right now is I'm going to remove that new layer that I put to see what was behind it. I think that's a bit too much. This is all like a trial and error method. What you want to do is keep erasing and then replacing. So we're going to draw with white and draw with black on the mask layer until it looks normal. Like that looks pretty normal. So there's a before and after. I mean, if you didn't see the first picture, you wouldn't even know anything was wrong with this picture, right? So yeah, we got to go in close and make sure nothing is inconsistent. So if we turn off the other layer, you can actually see what you're doing here. Okay, so we got some inconsistencies over here because I rotated the original picture. So I'm just going to use the patch tool to just copy from this area, and the leg, boom, should be straight. Up here with the arm, because that's a new picture over the other picture, I'm just going to highlight the part that we don't like and then just copy over here. It's kind of like a content aware thing. And then the rest of it's pretty easy. I'm just going to go really fast. Bam, look at that. That looks pretty good, actually. Look at the before and after. It looks like two different pictures. You wouldn't even tell. This will be our little secret over here. Some happy little bush, happy little trees. And the next step is to do some sharpening to make sure the sharpening is the same on both layers. And I'm doing very selective sharpening, so only on certain areas I need it. And also I'm going to do some minor retouching to make sure we have everything. That looks pretty good, honestly. So let's go compare it to the original. That hand matches so much better than before. Boom, okay. Look at that, before and after. New hand, very unnecessary. This little belt loop was a bit too close to the crotchular area. And this hand, we could see through it. And that didn't really match before. And now, look at that. That hand is covered, just like in the picture. And then that belt loop is closer to the inspirational image. We got two birds, one stone. Pretty good. Okay, now for the final act, we are going to do the archer effect by going into Illustrator. And we're just going to use the pen tool to draw those thick black lines. I'm just going to go really fast and talk over it. It's pretty self-explanatory here. It doesn't have to be perfect. The line is a lot thinner when going over these little details, as you can see from the actual picture itself. And ooh, the finger wasn't perfectly straight. So let's put these sidelines, and hopefully this will make it look more like the archer. Actually, I don't like those lines. Look at that. That looks pretty decent. Okay, just a step back. This is really bugging me. I just made a mask and these gray shorts can't remain dark gray. So we're going to add a curves layer and play with it until it looks close to the original picture, but not fake. Like we want them to look white and worn. Very, very light gray. There's a before, there's an after. Okay, simple fix. Okay, so this was our original starting point. This is where we ended up. This is our inspiration, and this is side by side. Not too bad. Not too bad. And then we did the back cover of the album, but I'm not going to go through the whole process again. So here is the end product. Started from her bottom, now we're here. I mean, in retrospect, I probably should have done this photo instead because I had to do a composite and find a car and a field and all that business. But, let's just end it with but.